There's nothing to do in this game. Let's see. Today we're gonna be taking a look at how to play Klee, my favorite character in Genshin Impact. Klee is a Pyro Catalyst user and is a very formidable foe against in the Spiral Abyss. Disclaimer, I'm not very good at using Klee, so take this with a grain of salt. So let's get to it. Alright, so starting with Klee's normal and charged attack. This is known as the bombing. Basically, this is the entirety of Klee's damage, and there's quite a lot of cancel animations that you need to learn, which I happen to have a video on my channel if you wanted to go and look and see. But basically, you want to master mostly a few animation cancels so that you'll be able to use her effectively. The scaling of her normal and charged attack are pretty high, so you mostly want to focus your talent upgrades first on her normal and charged attack, which is the entirety of most DPS's damage, but from Klee's perspective, yeah, she's one of the first forced main DPS's to come out. Moving on to her elemental skill known as Klee will throw a bunch of bombs on the field, leaving 8 to be exact, to detonate whenever enemies hit or step on them. These surmount in scale quite high, so you want to also prioritize these with the normal and charged attack. But if you were to ask me personally, I would focus more on the normal and charged attack because she just really deals a lot of damage for a Catalyst user. And last but not least, her elemental burst, flower explosion. It's basically just Shinshu's ult, which deals a lot of damage with Pyro. But do note that the scaling of this is really high as well for single target, so she's really good against single target enemies, which makes it easier for you to kill them faster. This is really helpful in Spiral Abyss, so yeah. Alright, moving on to Klee's other talents, we have Pounding Surprise. When her bombs and her normal and charge attack deal damage, she has a 50% chance to get a clover that deals additional damage and doesn't cost any stamina, which happens quite a lot. Her second passive talent is known as Sparkling Burst. When Klee's charge attack results in crits, all party members gain 2 additional elemental energy, which is almost all the time. And our last passive talent is basically, it just shows you all of the essential materials in Mondstadt. Makes your life easier. Moving on to Klee's constellations. We don't have that. Moving on to weapons. Lost Prayer, it's good, it has crit rate, it has decent attack, it has a decent passive which makes you move faster and makes your elemental damage increased by 8% and stacks 4 times. It's a really solid overall book for Klee. The Matamare also good, At higher refinements, it gives you 10% at refinement rank 2. I used to use this before because I didn't have the Lost Prayer. The Higher Perception is an okay weapon. It doesn't necessarily mean it's good or bad, it's okay. The Sacrag, no. The Favonius Codex, no. And the Woodshead is also good with higher refinements because the crit damage main stat is too good to pass out. If you don't have anything else, the Twin Nephrite at higher refinements is also very good. Plus the new upcoming free weapon is made for her, so that is good as well. Team comps. Do I really have to make this? My throat's getting sore. It's kinda obvious. Anyway, if you wanna make a team around Klee, make sure you wanna maximize her full potential and you wanna get around her. So I usually pair her with Shinshu, so they do vaporize most of the time, and the third one is an attack buff, and Xiangling is just to lower the pyro resistance. You can replace Xiangling with a Venti for elemental damage reactions, Sucrose for more elemental mastery buffs. Usually you won't have Venti, so you just use Sucrose, and if you have Venti, use Venti, whatever, and if you have Albedo, whatever. Moving on to artifacts, we have the 4-piece Crimson Witch of Flame, which is actually really good on Klee. I like using this because I like pairing her with Shinsho, so that they always fit constantly. Well, not constantly because ICD, but she can also utilize the 4-piece Lava Walker really good. But again, substats are always important than piece sets. So if you have crit rates, crit damage, attack percent, energy recharge, or elemental mastery, focus on that. 2-piece Gladiator with 2-piece Crimson is also good, and if not, you can also use 2-piece Noblesse with 2-piece Crimson. That is also very good. Do note that in artifacts, substats are really important. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, elemental mastery, and energy recharge. Klee doesn't need that much energy recharge, yeah. Focus on those substats on the flower and the feather, attack percent on the main stat for the sands with the main substats that I mentioned, power damage bonus, crit rate or crit damage, whichever you need most or more. guys enjoyed the video and it made you motivated to pull for Klee, please leave a like and subscribe, and if not, then that's cool too. And I'll see you.